SVP and CIO of Phillips, Edison and Company. How are you?
Great, Jerry.
Thank you. So tell me, what are some of the trends you're seeing so far at the conference? What are some of the things you're seeing today that have your attention?
Well, I think a lot of the stuff that I've been involved with so far today is around data science, a lot of RPA discussions, so it's very exciting. It's very exciting to be in real estate right now.
You know, one of the things that every CIO that I come across talks about is how to get your company to embrace the changes and the innovation that you want to make. And one of the things that Jim and Howard wanted to talk to me, have me talk to you about specifically, is the soft art of getting your executives to buy in to those changes. What can you tell me about that?
Well, I can tell you that it's not an easy process to go through. I've been at Phillips Edison for about 4 years, and in that time frame, what we've done is my department, we've built a team that we really pride ourselves on having good relationships with the departments.
Yeah.
When I first got there, we didn't have a lot of buy-in, and what we did was we continuously met with that team, the leadership team, the department heads, the executive management team, on a monthly basis to talk about what kind of issues do you have? What kind of problems do you need to have solved for you?
Right.
And then we work together on collaborative solutions to help them solve that problem. And I think little by little, delivering and executing and winning, right? Over time, we built out a really great presence within our entire company. At this point, we're basically embedded with all the business units.
Right. So that's the key, right? So it's to come in and instead of being, top down, demanding what changes you'd like to see, it's starting with a let me fix problems for you using technology, such that they learn that they can trust you and that you're a problem solver for them.
Right. I would say a top-down approach does not work at all.
Right.
Especially being in IT. You're the IT guy. What do you know about the business?
Right.
Right. So what we really do is really facilitate a lot of conversations about challenges, building that bridge, to help them solve the problem, extending our platforms, and not doing technology for technology's sake. Jeff Edison, the CEO, and I were at a session yesterday, and he said, before Shaun got here, we had about every software we tried to implement, we get about 25% of value out of that. And now what we're finding is by partnering and collaboration and starting at the bottom instead of top down, we're becoming a lot more efficient and a lot more effective at rolling out these new technologies that are coming.
So you must take a very collaborative approach about picking that software. You have to be a really gentle and careful, because every time you suggest a solution, if it doesn't work, your credibility suffers a little bit. So how do you go about choosing those solutions? Do you pilot them to make sure they're the right solution?
Yeah, a lot of times we're not actually implementing a new software platform. We're specifically asking, what problem are you trying to solve? And by taking that approach, we might not implement a new piece of software. We will extend a process, a screen, in a different way than they're used to, but it helps them get the job done quicker. So when we select a software package, if we select a software package, it is very collaborative. It's marketing, it's leasing. What we're doing is we're looking at the data architecture behind it. We're making sure that it meets everybody's needs, not just one department, that it has multi-purpose, and that it's actually actionable IT, right? That it's something that we're going to use and something that we're going to need.
What to you has been one of the most exciting technologies that you've gotten to implement in Edison in the last few years?
I would say we've really taken a lot of the new technologies that have come out in the last year and a half. We've implemented robotic process automation, and it's really fascinating to see the things that we can do with RPA, right? So we're taking a lot of those manual processes that the accountants would have done, and we're removing the labor-intensive activities and just automating them. Something, as an example, something as simple as downloading PDFs from a bank, right? Downloading statements from a bank. We can have a robot go ahead and do that. We also have, our robot's name is George Washington, so, because he's the first one that we had. And we've basically created a process where the accounting staff communicate to him through email, and he responds to them.
Really?
Yeah, so it's been a really, to me, that is the coolest technology that we've implemented so far. Since I've been there.
And what are you looking forward to implementing, in the next couple of years?
I would say, hopefully by 2019, both data science and RPA in more of a collaborative approach. So our data science team is really going through and doing a lot of machine learning, creating answers to complicated problems, but then as an answer comes out, using RPA to go ahead and take action and do something with that answer. That's how we would like to extend it. Hopefully in 2019 we'll be able to do that.
Very cool. I guess a question that some of the people watching would have is clearly, one of the keys to your great relationship with the C-level and the executive level is that you started out with one goal: to solve problems. Are there any other secrets that you have for CIOs to attaining that buy-in to technological innovation?
It's really building relationships more than anything else. It's not about, I would say the technologies are great. You're going to find good technologies out there, but it's really about building the relationships between yourself and the rest of the company. Becoming somebody that they trust and want to work with. That's it. It's all about relationship building.
And what would you say is the key to that relationship building?
Being willing to learn, being a very active listener, I think is very important. Making sure that the people on the other side of the table know that you care about their problem and that you're there to help solve the problem.
Excellent. Well, any last thoughts before we close out this segment of Conference Live?
I got to tell you, I think the conference this year has been fantastic, and it actually looks a lot busier to me this year than it did last year.
This is one of our busiest years. We have so many people here, in fact, that we couldn't accept everyone who wanted to come. So a word to those of you watching: make sure to register early for RealComm 2019. Shaun, it's a pleasure having you, and thank you for being part of Conference Live.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Well,